Good morning, class 12. Welcome back once again. I hope you all enjoyed your holidays. So let's get back to our studies. So today I'm going to start with the new chapter, National Income and Related Aggregates. Well, children, word national is been related with our country and income has a relation with the money. So if you have to define national income, so we can say national income is the money value of all the final goods and services produced in a country for a particular period of a time or for a particular year. You can also say national income is the sum of total of factor income earned by a normal residents of a country during the period of an accounting year. Now children, here in this definition it covers two important things. One is that it is pointing towards the national income which includes only factor income, and secondly it is pointing towards the national income which includes income of only the normal residents of a country. So to explain you the concept of national income more clearly, let me explain you these two concepts. So if we start with the first one, that is that national income, it includes only the factor income. So here you have to remember that income is been classified into a factor income and a non-factor income, or you can say a transfer income. Now what is the difference between two? When we talk about a factor income, children, factor income is an income which is being earned as a reward for your service. Means the income which you receive in return of a service which has been rendered by you. Whereas if we talk about a transfer income, so transfer income is merely a help or a charity, or you can say a donation. That means a transfer income is an income which has been received on account of a charity donation where no service is rendered in return of that particular income. Let's say you can also say that factor income is an earned income and transfer income is an unearned income. So here you have to remember that factor income has a relation with the four factors of production, that is land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. Now these four factors of production are the service which has been rendered by the household to the producing unit. So what the producing unit do? They hire or they purchase the factor services from the household, and these household, they get a factor income in return of the services from the point of view of an household, and from the point of view of a firm, you can say it's a factor payment which is being given by the firm or a producing unit to the household. How? Like when we talk about the factor income which has been earned by the four factors of production, then the four factors is the very first one, the land. So when we talk about the land, so over here a rent has been received by the household for the use of the land, and that rent has been given by the producing unit. If we say labor, then a compensation of employees that is received by the household for rendering the services to the producing unit. That means that for rendering the service of a labor, the producing unit, they provide the wages or the salaries. Then when we talk about the capital, then the interest is received by the household for the use of the capital by the producing unit, and a profit is received by the household for the use of the entrepreneur, means the skills of the entrepreneur. So children, this is how the four factors of production, they render the services, in return a factor payment is been generated, which is known as factor income. So while estimating the national income, here again you have to remember that only the factor income has been included in estimating the national income. Transfer income are not included. The reason because these are not earned income. They are a reward. They are reward as a charity or a donation, as no service has been rendered in return of these charity. So while we estimate national income, we only include the factor income, right? Now the next is the normal resident. Now the question arises, who is a normal resident? So children, a normal resident is said to be a person or a one who actually reside in the country concerned, let's say, and whose center of economic interest also lies in that particular country. That means that if a person is residing in a country for a period of 1 year or more than 1 year, and his economic interest is also lying in that particular country, then that person is said to be as a normal resident. A normal resident could be an individual person also, and could be an institution also. To make you more easy, let me explain you with an example. See children, it is not necessary that normal resident of a country has to be a citizen of a country. No, not at all. A person may be a normal resident of a country even when he is not a citizen of that country. Let me tell you how. For example, let's say if an Indian is living in USA for more than 1 year and his center of economic interest also lies in that country, means he is earning from that country, then children, he would be said to be as a normal resident of USA even when he continues to be a citizen of India. Got it? Let me give you another example. Say, and the international organizations such as WHO, World Health Organization, or IMF, International Monetary Fund, in a country now, and they are in a country and they are not to be taken as a normal resident of a country. So if an Indian working in these organizations would be taken as a normal resident of India. But there might be a time when there may be a number of the person who must be residing in some other country for a very short period, maybe for a purpose, let's say a foreign visit, or let's say for a holiday, let's say for medical treatment, for some conference, or for study or sports. So these people are not said to be a normal resident of a country, right? So to make you the things more easy, who could be a normal resident of a country? A citizen of a country who normally resides in a country and whose economic interest lies in that particular country can be a normal resident of a country. Now here, a citizen of other nation who continues to live in a country for more than 1 year could also be a normal resident of a country. You have to remember this, right? Let's say a citizen of a country who is living in abroad but not for a period of exceeding 1 year and whose center of interest lies in our country, then he is a normal resident of our country. The reason because he is not residing in another country for more than a year. So in easy language, you can say who is a normal resident. A normal resident is a person who is residing in a particular country for a period of more than 1 year or 1 year and whose economic interest lies in that particular country, right? So this is known as a normal resident.